What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Shaggy Steve here with another Escape from Tarkov patch 12.12 loot guide. For this one, we're going to do customs hidden caches and floor stashes. We want to do this on our PMC. In these runs, you want to take a decent sized backpack. Definitely have an armored rig. You can't buy the pilgrims on the flea market this white, which is unfortunate because they're very good for stash runs. So if you don't have a pilgrim or a Santa's bag, take in a mechanism or any backpack that's got a bit of size to it because you will get a lot of loot. For these stash runs, I advocate the MP5 or the UMP. They're both cheap guns to build, cheap ammo. They're SMGs, so they're very light. They'll take out any scavs. If you get into a fight with a PMC, they've got very low recoil, so they're worth taking in. We want to select our PMC for this run. We want to do the run on customs. Now, you can do this at night time or during the day. It doesn't matter. For visibility, we're going to do it during the day for this guide so you can see all the stashes and where I'm running. You can do it offline if you want to practice, but honestly, don't waste your time. You'll be a better player if you do it in live raids. Insure your gun, your rig, and your backpack. You will get at least one of these three back if you do insure them, unless you come across a scav and get unlucky and get killed. Ready up, and let's jump straight into this raid. Now, in this raid, I did miss one stash. It's intentional. It's the elbow stash. I'll show you on the map at the end of the guide. I just don't go there for these runs because it's so contested. It's not worth losing loot, pretty much. Now, we got the big red spawn, which is horrible. There's no hidden stashes or any hidden caches on this side of the map. But I do check these two jackets every single time because you can find very valuable keys. I actually found a shoreline key in this run, which is awesome. I didn't have this key yet. So that went up my butt into the docks case, and let's push over the water. Check your left and right. There are 2 or 3 PMC spawns on this side of the map. You can get duos or triples, so just be careful. We want to push over the water, and let's head towards the first stash. Now, this is the first hidden cache in the bush. Very heavily contested early on in the raid, so be careful. Listen out for footsteps. The second ground stash is very, very close by, and it's hidden in the bushes just in front of us right here. These two are always hit, no matter what time of the raid you go, early on or later. Early on, they're generally not, but later on the raid, they will definitely be hit. Now, there was a scav up here behind this red container. Scared the absolute Christ out of me. I'm lucky I didn't get shot. There's a dead body in this bush here to our right. Check it every time. I leave the key on there just in case someone needs it for the quest. I found a teapot, which is pretty cool. About 15-20k rubles from memory. Now, when you push through the fence line here, you want to watch the medic station on your right. It's a double story, very heavily contested, lots of good loot in there. We're not going to bother with it for this run because, let's be real, we're just going to hit the stashes and we don't want to die. Check these 2 porta potties. They've generally got loot if they haven't been hit. We found a Solayer in this, which is cool. And the next stash is a floor stash right in front of that tree here, directly in front of us. Now, this one's in the open, so I always turn around when I loot it just in case someone's running across the railroad tracks. Now, up here you need to be very careful. PMC spawns on the other side of these tracks, and they do cross over heading towards construction, so just be careful. As you can see here, I ADS down just to see down the line to see if there was anyone crossing. Now, there is an invisible sniper scav across this side, but there's a dead body. You can actually loot this dead body. If you go any further, you will get shot and killed. But it's worth looting this body early on in the raid because they have fairly decent loot. Next stash is just in this bush right in front of us. This one seems to get missed quite a lot. Generally, when I do most raids, this one doesn't get hit that often. So, worth checking. And those 2 helm pieces I just found are about 70k each on the flea market at the moment. So, good profits so far from the stashes we've hit. Now, we want to move up to the next stash very slowly. Reason being, sniper scav on the left, which was alive in this raid. Lots of PMCs, lots of scavs. So, just pushing here quickly. The giving tree, and there is a med case there. Couldn't get it because the sniper scav was shooting at me, but we got this cache because we're able to hide behind the wall. Got a golden star, which is bang profit right there, and an MP7 as well, MP9, sorry, which is delicious. Now, the sniper scav was giving me a headache. I'm not going to be able to kill him with an SMG from this distance. He's giving me pretty bad anxiety, so I just left the med case and the giving tree. It probably was looted because it's a PMC spawn. I normally run through construction. Just be careful. Check this room. This is contested. Just check these little 2 areas I showed you then. I found a bauble and a gold chain, which are worth a little bit of money. Get out of there quickly, and the next hidden stash is just past these trailers here. So under these train trailers, you need to crawl to get to the next one. So you go towards the black trailer, and right there you can see we've got to get down. So hit X and crawl through. I find most raids this isn't hit either. I'm guessing it's such a heavily contested area, people don't want to bother getting stuck in there. And as you can see, it definitely wasn't worth hitting because there was pretty terrible loot in there. But for the purpose of this video, I thought I'd show you because it's on the way through to the next stashes anyway. Now in the middle here, this is really dangerous. Sniper Scav was alive. PMCs can be pretty much anywhere here, so check all your left and your rights. And Scavs can spawn out in the road here, as you can see with my full ammo clip that I just emptied into that Scav. There can be quite a few Scavs left and right of here. Now, I suggest not doing what I'm about to show you. I was trying to kill this Sniper Scav because no one else was. I'm shocked I didn't get shot in the face. And then I stood right out in the open and packed my mags. EFT 101, don't do what I just showed you. I was lucky I didn't get killed, to be honest. But that Sniper Scav was giving me a headache every time I was going to hit these loot stashes. And the next one, he definitely would have shot at me. So I risked it for the biscuit. Check your left and your right again for PMCs, and the next stash is in a hidden tire just here. This one doesn't get hit very often either, which is really surprising. I find that most people on customs are here for the PvP or quest. They don't really hit the hidden ground stashes or the hidden caches very often. Now the next one is on the corner here of this bus stop. There's a bit of gunfire at dorms. I'm not too stressed about it. Now to line yourself up for this stash, look at the corner of the bus depot. Face directly out, run forward, and you'll find the ground stash right here on your left-hand side in the bush. Another ground stash that seemingly just is missed. Most times I hit this. This one actually I think was hit because it only had one bandage in it. I'm going to drop a med here, just because heavy PMC area heard gunshots before, and there was a scav just hiding there who I killed, and he actually had a Santa's hat I need for a task. I'll loot him quickly and take the helmet. Generally, I don't worry about looting scavs in these runs. It's not worth it. It's a waste of time. In this blue container, there's another hidden cache. We want to hit this one and get out as quickly as possible. Nice to get a helmet out of it, to be honest. Alright, now we want to head towards Old Gas. I've already popped a painkiller. If you haven't popped a painkiller or packed mags, now's a good time. Hide in a bush and do it. Again, PMCs and scavs can start spawning at this time. Now, the next hidden cache, 9 times out of 10, if you don't spawn here, it's going to be hit. And in this run through, it's going to be hit for sure. So just follow this pole. There's a stash right here. As you can see, it was hit. Not surprised at all. PMCs spawn on that one, and they hit it every single time. Now, next to Old Gas here along the fence line, when you jump over, there's another hidden cache. Hit every single time. These two are two you want to check early on in the raid. I wouldn't waste my time any other time during the raid unless you're coming through here. Now, the next one, you want to follow the power lines. This is a PMC spawn. Scavs spawn up here. It's like an exceptionally dangerous area, so just really be careful pushing up to this one. And this hidden cache is actually a real pain. You've got to crouch next to it and just move your mouse around until it says search. Luckily, we did check this one. I had a little bit of loot in it. We found a kettle, which I think I dropped later on in this run through. Now, we want to cross the railroads in front of us. At this stage of the raid, you're pretty much safe. You're probably only going to come across scavs. So if you've got a decent gun, you know, already got the head up on them. So try not to have any more than 40 kilos in your backpack, just purely for stamina purposes. The next hidden floor stash is actually at the passage between the rocks. So just be careful that's not your extract. Otherwise, you'll extract that while you're looting it. Now, this had a level 3 armor in it, this cache, which really annoyed me. Sometimes I wonder if I should bother bringing armor in some runs and just bring in a rig, because I generally find armors in one of these hidden caches when I do them. Now, we want to head towards the middle power plant here, I think it's called, to the Gypsy Wagon. Look at the Gypsy Wagon, follow this blue fence line, and there's another hidden cache right here in the ground. Early on in the raid, this is really scary. This late in the raid, it's not that bad at all. Now, the next case, if you just hook a left here and run straight, you'll run into it. If you're having troubles with it, go down to the path, and there's a flat rock. Just face outwards of the flat rock and run forwards, and you'll run into this hidden floor stash. As you can see, the flat rock is directly in front of me. Hang on a sec, I'll see if it'll actually show me in the footage. Alright, so where this hidden stash is, if I was to just rotate probably 15 or 20 degrees to my right, that's where the flat rock would be. And you can run directly straight into this. Better headset, couldn't take the AK-74U, which is not that big a deal. Good luck to a scav if they find it. The next hidden cache is at military checkpoint, another one that seems to be overlooked. I check this all the time, whether I'm on my PMC or scav. This run through we weren't very lucky. I think we got like a mask and some glasses out of it, so aesthetics, yo. Hug the left up here. There is a sniper up in the rocks that you can't see, and a sniper at the to our right here in that little building. It wasn't alive in this run through, which I was very lucky. The next hidden floor stash, push towards this fence line and then just run directly along the fence line. There's a scav on the other side. And this hidden floor stash is in this bush. Another one that's very heavily overlooked and not very oftenly looted. Just be careful, scavs can spawn on the other side and shoot at you here, so yeah, stay frosty when you're doing these runs. Customs is a pretty scary map. Lots of chads come here, lots of scavs. It's probably one of the most openly played maps in the game. Now, this stash here was hit, not surprised. This one is one of the stashes that's hit 9 times out of 10. But it's in the corner there. If you do get a spawn on this side, it's definitely worth hitting. Now, up here, I just almost dumped an entire mag into this scav. Check your left-hand side. Again, don't worry about looting these scavs. Waste of time, in my opinion. Check your left, because there is an extract right here, which we're going to take later on. And there's a hidden cache just past this piping. This one was actually looted, which I'm not surprised, but this is another one that can be overlooked sometimes. But so many people run past here to extract, it's generally hit. I'm going to run through this building. Now, by this time, we've got enough loot we could extract out, but I'm showing you pretty much all of the caches in this guide other than elbow. I've got a task up in this this railway carriage as well, so we're going to get this task item out. Pack up a few more mags again, and then jump over the fence here to our right. ZB12 was open, which I could have taken as well. Good time to extract, because I do have a bit of loot. The next hidden stash was in pit. I'm shocked this one wasn't hit, to be honest. It's like literally one of the first ones I always hit when I spawn on this side of the map. Didn't have a lot of loot, but that's the pit. Be careful. Sniper scavs to your left, to your right. PMCs, quest items in the middle. Very, very populated area. Now, you can jump the fence up here by going over the car. I've got the factory key, so I just went through the middle. We want to get up on top of this piping. Don't fail like I did. And you want to sprint through this barbed wire and jump over it. And the next floor stash is actually in this bush. Another one, again, very heavily overlooked. Doesn't seem to get looted very often at all. Given its location, I'm not surprised, to be honest. It's in a pretty average spot, to say the least. This one had a ton of loot in it, which is really nice. The rubles are good. And that AK-105 is, oh, AKs this wipe are just the best. I'm having so much fun with AKs. Alright, so we've got one more stash to hit in this run. There was a scav here, which was being a pain in the butt, so we took him out. The last stash is right near the, I think it's the ZB1011, or ZB1011 is the last stash we're going to hit in this playthrough. Bang, scav there. Look at that little flick shot. See, sometimes I do hit good shots with this MP5. Every time I record, I just seem to turn into a potato. Alright, so we want to push towards the next one just here. Now, be careful on your right. People do camp there. And this hidden floor stash is generally hit as well, but in this run through, it wasn't. Once we've hit this, we're going to extract out. And we're done with this run. I'm shocked at how much good loot we got in this run through. But as you can see, it took us about 30 minutes of gameplay. Killed about 9 or 10 scavs, I think. Didn't come across any PMCs, which was lucky for the recording of this footage. But taking a fairly decent gun, you're pretty confident in getting out. Check the left here, just in case there's someone camping. Gonna shoot out that light just for good luck.
Found an exit. Time to extract.
Now, as you can see from this run, we got almost 5,000 experience, which is due to looting and killing a whole bunch of scavs. We ended up with 8 scavs, which is awesome. As well as almost 500,000 rubles, which is unreal. And lastly for this guide, here is a customs map that's very useful. I'll put this in the description in the links below. The 23rd hidden stash, or the hidden cache we missed, is in a tire, just in this elbow section here. As I spawned over at the trailer park, I didn't actually hit this one just because of how contested this area is early on in the raid. You could, if you did get a trailer park spawn, there's nothing stopping you from hitting this one, but I like to quickly run past this, run past medical, and start hitting these stashes over here. So yeah, that was the one that we didn't hit in this run through. But thank you guys so much for watching the video. Let me know in the comments below how much money you made doing this run through. Come watch me on Twitch whenever I'm live. Peace out.